What's going on, folks? Lenny here with another Spellbreak video. Today I want to share the 6 things I wish I knew before starting to play against real players. Let's get to it. Starting off at number 1 is something a lot of new players like me are wondering, why though? And it's the fact that you need a belt to be able to apply shields to yourself. Now, it's true that even in the tutorial you are made aware of this. However, I still found myself trying to apply shield fragments and for a few seconds wondering why I was unable to. Thankfully, when you try this, the game gives you a notice that you need a belt, you dummy. Again, why though? Number 2, the mana pool is shared between attacks and levitation. If this was mentioned in the tutorial, I definitely missed it. It took me a few matches to realize that if you spend all your mana attacking, then you won't be able to levitate until your mana recharges. Although this scenario didn't happen to me. What did happen was me being in the middle of a fight, trying to evade enemies by levitating and being unable to attack. I guess in the midst of all the chaos, I didn't have the time to put some thought to it. It makes sense, it's the same UI element that shows up both when you attack and when you levitate. Number 3. The first battle is with bots. Did you know about this? Let me tell you something about me if you didn't know already. I absolutely stink at competitive gaming, so it was very surprising to me that my first match in Spellbreak I was able to win it. Is this the one battle royale game I'm actually good at? I thought to myself. For a few rounds I believed it. Even if I didn't win any other matches, I came as close as number 5 or so. But yeah, all bots. Number 4. Your primary gauntlets, aka your class, are so much better than your secondary gauntlet. I kept playing with the Pyromancer because that's what you start out with in the tutorial. And if I could get any other gauntlet as a secondary weapon, why would I change the primary? Duh, that's why you pick a class, you don't pick gauntlets. Before battle, when you're selecting your class, you can see the various passive abilities you can unlock as you level up during a match. There's a lot to explore and play around with, and using the different classes can help you better defend against enemies and their skills. Although you can't immediately spot what class a certain enemy player has equipped, at least I know that if I see green puddles on the floor, there's definitely a toxicologist around, so watch that puke. Number 5. There's actually a ping system in the game. At first, I thought I could just point out locations, but it turns out the ping system also works for pointing out items of interest to your team. Also, while you can point out locations to your team, you can also alert your team of possible danger. On PC, you do this by pressing the mouse wheel button and holding it for at least half a second. Oh, and remember, you can undo a ping by putting your crosshair in your last one and pressing the same button again. Yep, I better clean up after myself. And finally, number 6. The keybinds. While the game's tutorial is decent, it doesn't give you all the information for each topic. Such is the case with the various keybinds. It talks about squad communication but doesn't tell you how you can bring up the emote dial. For PC, it defaults to the G key. Another one is the inventory system. This can be accessed by pressing tab if you're playing with a keyboard. Be mindful though that you may not want to spend a long time looking at your inventory or risk having an enemy surprise you. I'm actually happy I didn't learn this one the hard way. And then know that you can easily drop your items by holding down Control plus whichever button the item is bound to. And that's it for the Spellbreak video and the 6 things I wish I knew before playing against real players. Did you also struggle for a few matches with any of these gotchas? Do you have others that got you and maybe I didn't mention? If so, feel free to drop a comment below. Thanks for watching and see you on the battlefield.